Hey guys, welcome back to the Comic Book Lowdown. I'm Wellington, bringing you guys a review video that is very overdue. I have not made a video in a very long time. Let me see if I can turn on some light. Look at that. Yeah. This is just a pull video, because I was feeling like making a video. I'll show you guys my haul that I picked up this week, but honestly, my hauls for the week don't really matter because I'm so far behind books that I can't even read these books until a long time later because I've got a lot of books to read still. Like some books I'm like 2, 3, maybe even 4 issues behind on books. So, like, for example, this top book here, Spider-Man and the X-Men, I've so far only read issue 1, and this is issue 4. And I have issues 2 and 3, and they're waiting to be read. And that will be the theme for most of these. Some of these I actually can read, though. Some of these I might even be up to date. Well, actually, no. I don't think any of these I'm up to date. But I can read this one. This is the Nova Annual. I haven't read the last issue, but this is an annual, so that could be good. This book here, Deadpool issue number 43. Haven't read the last issue, but I have started this arc, which is pretty cool. There was an issue, a throwback issue to Deadpool kind of working with Roxxon and helping them make some propaganda film or something. That was absolutely hilarious. And then that trickles into the main arc that's happening now. And then there's some cool stuff going to happen with Omega Red, or really cool stuff that's already happened and is probably happening or closing out in this issue, but I haven't read it. I'm an issue behind, so I don't know what's happening there. Another book that I'm behind on is Miles Morales, The Ultimate Spider-Man. This is issue 11. I think I've read issue 9. I might be an issue back on here. I don't know what this cover is about. I don't remember Dr. Doom being any part of the issue that I read, so probably a lot happens in the next. But all these books are really cool. This is a book that I'm absolutely super duper far behind, have no idea what's happening. This is Amazing Spider-Man 16. Spider-Verse is over. I'm like in the middle of Spider-Verse. I'm so far behind on every Spider-Man title because I picked just about every single one of them up, and I just haven't been able to read them all, and it's overwhelming, but it's a good overwhelming. But I mean, this issue I think starts stuff after Spider-Verse, so either this ends Spider-Verse or Spider-Verse has already ended. I have no idea. I'm very far behind. Here's a book that I might be 4 issues behind on, and that's Spider-Man 2099. Possibly my favorite, maybe second favorite Spider-Man book behind Ultimate Spider-Man. This is really good, but I'm very, very far behind on it. I'm still stuck in Spider-Verse on that one. This here is Spider-Gwen issue number 2. I have number 1, haven't read it yet, can't tell you if it's good or not. Probably is good, but I have no idea. I do love Javier Rodriguez, though, on art. If that's him. I think it is, though. Either way, I've not read the first issue yet, and the second one's out. Here's a book I'm very far behind, and I'm sad that I'm far behind it, because I love this book so much. I think this would make 3 issues of it I have to read now, and this is Miss Marvel issue 13. I love Miss Marvel, but I just haven't been able to read it, unfortunately. There are a few books that I'm caught up on, and that's like Deadly Class, Low, Black Science, Daredevil and Moon Knight, um, and things like that. Um, but I'm not caught up on this, and it saddens me. And then the one book that I can be like, yes, fresh start. And this is just a first issue of a book. I have no idea anything about it. My comic book shop owner recommended it to me because it was a book. And he says it has a black science kind of feel to it. It's from Oni Press, and it's by Cullen Bunn, writer, who, on a side note, is going to start writing Moon Knight, which he now just writes pretty much everything I read. At some point, he'll write every character that I read. But this is another book by him, and it's called Hellbreak. I know nothing of it. I haven't even taken a look through it, to be honest. It was $1, so I picked it up at my comic book store guy's recommendation, and looking through it, it looks insane. But I'm excited to read it because it does look good. But anyways, those are the books that I picked up just this week. There are many, many books that I have to read. I'm an issue behind on Batman and Deathstroke and Green Arrow. Again, behind very many issues on the Spider-Man stuff. A couple issues of Miss Marvel. Got a lot of trades still. I still have those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle trades I bought on Black Friday. I've read the first issue of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I have the first 2 volumes of it, and I've only read the first issue of it. That's how far behind in reading I am. And it's not because I have been working a lot and then going to school, but I've also just been doing other things that take up time from my reading time. And then when I do have time to read, I'm resting because I'm reeling back from that. But I will try to read my books as much as possible. And that's why you guys haven't been getting videos, because I've only been picking books up and I've not really been reading them. I've got a huge stack of books to read, and then a huge stack of books, even bigger stack of books to just put away, because I just need to get another long box and short boxes. But yeah, I can tell you what I've read, things of what I've read, just to give you guys a little something extra since I've been gone so long. Probably the book that sticks out just most in my mind right now is Moon Knight. And that's because, first of all, I just read it yesterday. And second, I've got Moon Knight on the brain because if you follow me on Twitter, you might have seen that I put up a picture of my Moon Knight cosplay that I finished, and it looks super sick, so cool. As a whole, I think it's even better than my Deathstroke, which I thought it was absolutely amazing. The Deathstroke mask is still probably one of the coolest things I own, but the Moon Knight as a whole is definitely just amazing. And then the comic book that's coming out, just absolutely nuts, crazy good. And it's really a compliment to the art that tells just as much of a story, if not more so, than the writing does. And that just makes for a really, really good book, in my opinion. And it's just eerie, and it's action-packed, and it's thoughtful, and it's well done. And so Moon Knight is sticking in my head as probably, I would say, pick of the week. I haven't used that term in a while. Even over Daredevil. Daredevil was really good, and it did have me relating to the character and to the story a lot, and I love Daredevil so much as a book. But this issue was the last issue that just came out was just set up to something huge that's going to be happening, whereas Moon Knight was closing out something huge that happened. So Moon Knight takes that pick of the week, and that's a big thing to hear if you know my videos, because nothing ever beats Daredevil. But Moon Knight did, and that's pretty awesome. Other books that stick in my head that I read yesterday, Low, the last issue of this first arc of Low. I read them all. I read every issue of Low. I was going to drop it after the first issue, but I pushed through, and by the last 2 or 3 issues, it got really, really good, and it ended really strong. And so I'll be picking up Low still. Surprising, but I will. Black Science was also really good. I felt that it got a little cluttered in the end of the second arc of Black Science. At points I didn't really know what was happening anymore. Got a little cluttered, yeah. But this way they brought it back, having a little break, bringing it back, definitely felt more fresh and just really awesome. And another Remender indie title, Deadly Class. I didn't just read that yesterday, but it's still in my head from when I read it. That's how good it is. Just top kind of book. Deadly Class is probably my favorite indie title happening. And yeah, that's a video for you guys. A very long-awaited, I wouldn't say awaited, but a lot of time in between this video and the last. And yeah, so hopefully you guys like it. And cool. I'm Wellington signing off with a comic book lowdown. I'll see you guys next time.